Hi again. Now it's time for our jewel rice for Easter. So for our rice, what we need is 3 cups of basmati rice, 1 stick of butter, 2 cups of raisin, 2 cups of dry cranberry, 1 bag of roasted vermicelli for rice, and 1 whole medium chicken. Just want to mention that you have a choice. If you like the rice to be sweet, you can replace the cranberry with raisins. So instead of 2 and 2, you can use 4 cups of raisins instead of 2 cups of cranberry and 2 cups of raisins. So, and then we need salt, pepper, turmeric, and curry powder for our chicken. So let's start. So what we do first we are gonna season our chicken. So generously use salt and pepper, salt, pepper. It's like half a teaspoonful of each, turmeric, and curry powder. Curry powder is optional. If you don't like it, don't like it. So we just mix them a little, so the seasoning can get mixed with each pieces. Okay, and now we're gonna lightly fry them. So let's go back to our pan. Our pan and use like 1/3 of a cup of vegetable oil, any kind of oil you like. I normally use grapeseed oil. So while the oil is getting hot, I'm gonna bring the chicken. So you wait for a minute or so. The oil gets a little hot, and now we are gonna add our chicken pieces. The skin side down. If you don't like to have any skin, you can take off the skins also. And the breast. Okay, so we'll put our chicken here to lightly seared. I'm gonna slower a little. So while these are searing, we are gonna cook our rice. So we lightly sear the chicken. So I will just gonna turn them to the other side. They are getting seared nicely. So while this is cooking here, I'm gonna start working on my rice. So you get your pot and fill the pot with 1/3 of water. And 1 teaspoonful of salt. So I'm using a big pot with a low wall, so because I'm gonna put all my chicken on the bottom of the pot, so they all can get nice and crispy. So you can use any parts you want, but it's better to lay all your chickens flat on the bottom of the pot. So So my water already is boiled, so I'm gonna add the rice. So I'm gonna add the rice to the water. Just mix it a little so it gets doesn't get clogged. So it will take like 10-15 minutes for the rice to start cooking, and then we'll start adding our other ingredients. So let that cook too. So let me check on the chicken. So the chicken is cooking well. Nice and golden. The reason we wanna sear a little because it gives the chicken extra flavor. You don't if you don't like you don't want to do you can't not do this too. So you can just put the chickens without searing them. It will be the same, but this gives more flavor. Because the seasoning that we added to the chicken, it gets seared and gives another layer of flavor, makes our rice much better. So you have a choice. And also, if you wanna do vegan version of this rice, you can just eliminate the chicken completely. You can do everything except rice, except chicken. So you have that choice too, if you are a vegan. Okay, so our chicken is good because we don't want to sear it too much because it's gonna get seared and crispy under our rice on the bottom of the pan. So we don't want to overcook it. So for now, this is good. We just cooked a little, just let the seasoning to marinate with the chicken. So I'm gonna turn this off and wait for our rice. I'm going to mix the rice, make sure they're not stick to each other. Well, this is good. Okay, I think another 4 or 5 minutes. It's going to start boiling, and when it starts boiling, the chicken, you will see the rice is cooking. And we can start adding our other ingredients to the rice. So now it's been like 10 minutes. Our rice is almost about done. What we do is we cook it, but you don't want to cook it too much because what happens is like when we put the chicken on the bottom, the chicken is going to create juice and it's going to be overcooked and mushy and sticky. So it's like it's been 10 minutes. You can press it with your finger. It doesn't crack, but also it doesn't smash. So now it's time to add our other ingredients. So first we are going to add our roasted vermicelli, 1 pack. So I cut them in small pieces. So we add that to our rice. Mix it. Oh, it smells so good. So I really love this rice. So mix this for like, let it cook for like 3-4 minutes with rice. After the vermicelli got a little soft, then we can add our other ingredients. I'm going to add our raisin, 2 cups of raisin. Two cups of cranberry, dry cranberry. And as I said, this is optional. If you like your rice to be sweet, you can just replace that with the raisin. Oh, it looks so good. So mix it, the rice and the vermicelli and the cranberries and raisins, and let it cook for another 2-3 minutes. our vermicellis are like they got softer, and the rice is. The main thing is the rice. You don't want to overcook the rice because, like I said, if you overcook it, it's gonna get mushy and sticky. So look, you can just touch it with your fingers. It doesn't break like it's so dry, but it doesn't get smashed either. So now this is perfect. We are gonna drain this and then get the rest going. And also I will mention that there's roasted vermicellis. They're so-called Reshte. You can get them in a Middle Eastern, Armenian or Persian markets. So you can get it from there. So we are gonna now empty this in a strainer. Be very careful because it's very hot. Okay, and then we are gonna rinse them with cold water. I first rinse the pot. And the water. So rinse the cold water through cold water. Okay. Just like this. Okay, leave this here. Let the water get drained. So put the pot back on the stove. We'll add like 3 spoonfuls of vegetable oil on the bottom of the pot. Okay, we are going to arrange our chickens in the pot, skin down. Okay. Actually, this is all flavored. The chicken oil and all the seasoning. So we throw this here too. Put it in the pot on top of the chicken. So empty all the rice. We will add a little salt because since we washed it through the cold water, I normally add a little salt in case all the salt is washed. So you don't want your rice to be raw. Wow, looks so good. Okay. Now we are gonna add our butter, 1 stick of butter, like this. This rice needs a little butter or vegetable oil because if there is not enough oil on the bottom of the pot, the chicken is not going to get nice and crispy. So 1 stick of butter, and I'll add a little bit of vegetable oil to it too. The thing is, after the rice is cooked, and when you're trying to serve, if you see it has lots of oil, don't worry about it. You can just soak it with a paper towel and throw it away. So as long as our chicken is nice and crispy, you can put the oil. So Now we are gonna put the lid. Okay, we will put the lid for 10 minutes on high heat so the chicken can start cooking and getting crispy. So 10 minutes on high heat, and after we saw that the steam starts coming out of the pot, or just like crack it a little, and then we are gonna lower it and let it cook for another 15-20 minutes. So for now, you just let it on high heat 10 minutes. So it's been 5 minutes, and I can tell that our rice is steaming. So in order to make sure that it's perfect time and you can lower it, you just crack the lid a little, and you can the steam. So now it's a good time. What I'll just give it a little light stir also. See, the butter already melted, so I just give a little light stir and then put the lid back. As you can notice, I'm not using any paper towel or any towel or anything. I just don't use those. Some people use paper towel or tissues just so it absorbs more water, but because we didn't cook our rice too much, and this additional water is going to help the rice to cook better, so I don't use paper towel or towels or anything. So now we are going to lower our pot and let this cook slowly for another 20 minutes. Looks so beautiful and so good. It smells so good. Look. So it's still, you can hear it cooking. Like I said, sometimes if you see there's a lot of oil on the bottom, don't worry about it, because if you don't like it, you can just soak a paper towel, little paper towel. Otherwise, it's delicious. And like I said, the reason being is that if you don't use enough oil, your chicken is not gonna get crispy. So let's serve this in a big plate and eat it. Wow. Smells so good. Okay, let's do this. So I'm gonna turn it off. And the other thing is, if sometimes you just turn it off, and when you just check on a chicken. If you see it's not crispy enough, like look, perfectly done. If it's not crispy enough, you can turn it back on for another few minutes. It's gonna get crispy. Okay, let's do this. So here are our Easter dinner. We have our smoked fish, we have our grilled rice with chicken, and we have our cuckoo. And I made some yogurt and cucumber with the dried mint also. Like as I said, if you want to do this, turn it to vegetarian, you can skip the chicken, so everything would be the same except no chicken. So let's taste it. Wow, it's so good. I love this rice. And small piece of chicken. Look how crispy the chicken is. I'll take a piece of Smoked fish for sure, and small piece of cuckoo. Oh no. Tastes so good. I'm gonna taste a little bit of the rice, my jeweled rice. It is perfect. It's so good. Sour and sweet, and the reshte, it really comes together. So, as I said, if you want more sweeter, you can skip the cranberry and instead add more raisin. So happy Easter to all of you, and see you later. I hope you like it and subscribe it. Thank you. See you next time. Smoked fish and corn. I'm just chicken with smoked meat. Good.